Hi, this is Catherine Raker of Let's Just Talk Born Before 64, and we are here today at the Postal Processing Center here in Cincinnati, Ohio, with Todd Portune, the County Commissioner. And Todd, I am just appalled at what's happening with the situation with the post office once again.
Oh, it's terrible. I mean, I thought we fought this fight 3 years ago and won it.
And we did.
And yet here we are again, faced with the probability of cuts in service, reductions in staffing, reductions in days of operation, farming out of operations to others. It's a fight that we should not have to make, because I thought that we got the word out pretty well a few years ago that the postal worker, the actual operations of the Postal Service, are profitable for America and the United States government. Last year alone, the Postal Service made over $1 billion in profit.
I know. I'm surprised.
Well, I'm not surprised.
Why would the Postmaster General decide on January 5th to shut it all down?
Yeah, why?
Why?
It's a great question. Well, and that we may not ever know the answer, given what happened earlier today in terms of stepping down, the leadership of the post office stepping down. But
isn't that coincidental somehow?
Would seem to be, doesn't it? Would seem to be. But look at what's going on here in Cincinnati right now.
Look at this. Stop delaying America's mail.
It's cold tonight.
Right.
We've got a great turnout, although I'm not surprised that postal workers, you know, the people from American folklore, not rain or sleet nor snow or ice, or, you know, they'll be out in all kinds of weather and delivering the mail. Well, that's what they do. These are our neighbors. These are our friends. These are people we go to church with, we socialize with. They work hard. They're raising families in our communities. And to think that we're facing the risk of more processing center shutdowns with tremendous loss of employment in those communities.
Well, not only that, Todd, that what's really scary to me is that we've got, you know, regular consumers and small businesses and businesses that are going to all be affected by this.
Well, correct. I mean, you look at what the postal worker does and the services that they provide and that daily, next day, overnight type of service that happens throughout the week for a very, very economical price, I might add, compared to any other means. Any other means of getting a package somewhere else.
And the thing that most Americans still don't understand is that our taxpayers do not pay for the post office.
Right.
It's under the Constitution, right, Todd?
That's right. That's right. So read your Constitution. Carry it around with you.
That's right.
Exactly.
That's right. And so it means that January 5th, if they get their wish, that it's all going to stop, basically, and that first-class mail is not going to be out there anymore.
No. If they get their wish, that service that we've all grown to depend on, to rely upon, it's something that people take for granted in their daily lives. It's going to end. And it dare not end. This is a part of the fabric of the economy of the United States and local communities. These cuts that are being proposed, reductions in service, are going to be devastating. And we're all going to feel it if they're allowed to happen. And people, it's not an economic thing. We've got to stress that. The Postal Service, the work of the Postal Service makes money. They make money. So this is not about losing money or the Postal Service not being competitive. There's some other nefarious agenda afoot, you might think.
It's not being very transparent,
No, it's not. It's not transparent at all. What really is behind this has not been fully disclosed. And so I'm glad you're here today drawing attention to this. I'm here tonight to support this rally, to wake up my community, and to help wake up America as to what's going on. The Postal Service is not a problem. They're a solution. They're a solution for small business. They're a solution for people in their daily lives. We need to keep that service.
Right, we sure do. And we're going to spread the word, aren't we, Todd?
Yes, we are.
And, you know, they can call their congressman as well. And we're going to give that number. I have to look that number up.
That's all right.
Is that all right?
Sure.
But I want to thank you so much for your generosity and interviewing with us on Let's Just Talk and Born Before 64.
Thanks for being here.
Thank you. I'm here with Mike Funk, who is the president of the ABWU. Is that correct?
Yeah, APWU.
APWU. And we're here today. Why? Mike?
Well, we're here for two reasons. We want the public to know that they're doing away with first-class mail overnight delivery.
Right.
Because obviously postal management is letting people know, so the workers need to get out and let people know what's going to happen. That's going to happen January 5th.
Right.
And the second reason we're out here is to try to dispel some of the misinformation that's been put out by Postal Service management. For example, they're claiming we're losing money when in fact last year we profited $1.5 billion.
Right.
On paper, the Postal Accountability Enhancement Act is making the post office pay $5.5 billion for 75 years into the future. People aren't even born yet. They're health benefits.
Right.
So obviously that's a burden that's not put on any other business. So it's showing on paper that there's red ink when in fact we're making a profit. There's no reason for the delay in service or closing offices or any of the cuts they're proposing in Saturday delivery and such. And we want the people to know the real truth out there.
Now, aren't there 82 process centers they want to consolidate or do something with?
Yes, there's 82 centers that they want to close down and consolidate that will delay mail even further for everybody.
Right.
Every citizen out there, small and mid-sized businesses are going to get hit real hard.
And that's
with
the military,
delays.
that's everybody, isn't it,
The
Mike?
military or everybody is going to be affected by this, every person in the country.
Right. And you've got a really nice turnout tonight. You've got many people that have come, including the Ironworkers president and everybody else. This is great to see this. And I'm hoping our camera can at least get that part of it for a second while we're talking. I just interviewed Todd Portune, and he's such a sweet guy, a county commissioner, and great guy, great supporter of what we're doing here. 3 years ago we were doing this, and now we're back again. What's the deal?
Yeah, it's vigilance is the cost to protect service and jobs, and with the Americans' right to dependable postal delivery. It ties the country together. It's the linchpin for an $800 billion business, and it supports 8 million jobs across the country. And it's very important to our country. We can't afford any devastating effects. We heard today that the Postmaster General has decided to retire February 1st.
That's really
it's a
weird.
Welcome.
The
timing.
January 5th he wants to cut it, and then February he wants to retire.
Yeah.
What about getting his check on time?
Well, maybe we'll delay. But anyhow, I mean, it just says he didn't.
I have to ask you, where can people call their congressmen and senators to get to stop this?
Well, yeah, I mean, you can call the Capitol switchboards. I don't know the number right off the top of my head, but you can call switchboards and ask to speak. Leave a message for your senators or your representative and tell them to not cut our service and do not do away with our first class, because America is a first class country and we want to keep it a first class country.
I can't thank you enough for fighting for it. We all need to fight for this, and we're going to be in Houston next week. We're going to tell the world, okay?
We appreciate that.
And thank you so very much.
Thank you.
I appreciate it. On this really nice night, right?
It's wonderful.